All right, let's jump right in. We're about to explore an idea that doesn't just challenge what you think you know, it completely flips the script on what you fundamentally are. This is the field first model, and the core of it is, well, it's pretty reality shattering. The idea is you aren't the bell, you are the resonance. So let's just start with the biggest question this whole thing poses. For a minute, set aside everything you've ever been taught. What if you're not a biological machine that somehow has a soul tucked inside? What if it's the other way around? What if you are actually a field of energy that projects a physical body, kind of like a temporary vehicle for navigating this reality? To really get our heads around this, we need to look at the two competing models of our existence side by side. And this isn't just some small adjustment in thinking. It's a radical flip, a fundamental clash of perspectives on what it even means to be alive. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. On the left, you've got the old model, the matter first idea we all pretty much grew up with. You know, you're a body, a biological machine, and consciousness is just this amazing emergent property. But the field first model on the right, it flips that completely on its head. It says you start as the spark, as the energetic field, and you condense matter around it. So we aren't solids that happen to spark awareness. We are sparks that are condensing solids. Huge difference. So if we are the spark first, then where does it all begin? Let's go right back to the very, very beginning, to the moment of ignition, the actual spark that happens long before any kind of biological antenna is even built. And this is a really important point because it corrects a common misconception. A lot of spiritual traditions focus on the pineal gland, right? But this model says, nope, the real beginning happens way earlier. At the exact moment of conception, there's a spark that ignites what this theory calls your personal energetic vortex, your own unique signature in the universe. And this isn't just a metaphor, it's a real documented event. It's called the zinc arc strike. When the sperm and egg fuse, it's not just a biological event, it's an electrical one. There's a literal flash of light, like biological fireworks, as zinc atoms explode outward. That discharge is what sets up your protovortex. Think of it like creating your own little whirlpool, or eddy, in this massive universal river of energy. That is your actual starting point. This timeline really drives the whole point home. At week 0, boom, you have the zinc arc. The energy field is ignited. It's only after that, around weeks 3 and 4, that the body starts building its core infrastructure, the spine, the neural tube, to anchor that field. And look at this. The pineal gland doesn't even show up until week 7. It's not the source of the signal. It's the crown amplifier, an antenna built way later to help tune and boost the signal that's already been there from day 1. So if the field comes first, what's the whole point of the body? Well, this reframes its entire purpose. The body isn't you, it's your antenna. It's this incredible biological scaffolding that is built specifically to receive and transmit your unique signal. So the key here is really understanding the order of operations, the fundamental hierarchy of how this whole reality is supposedly constructed. It's a really clear, top-down structure. It all starts with the universal current, this infinite river of energy. From that river, your personal energetic field gets spun off. That's your vortex. And only then, as the final, downstream product, does matter condense into your physical body. The body isn't the cause of you, it's the effect of you. And your field isn't just some vague, blob of energy. It has a very specific structure. You've got this spherical electrical field, which is kind of like your awareness bubble that radiates your consciousness out into the world. And then there's a helical magnetic field, a double helix shape, just like your DNA, that gives you stability and direction. This model also completely reframes what happens when we die. It's not the end of you, it's simply the moment your biological antenna, the body, stops ringing. Your field, your actual consciousness, just dissipates back into that universal river it came from. The body is just the shed skin that you leave behind. Okay, now let's zoom out. Because your personal field doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It's part of this massive, nested, fractal structure that scales from the entire cosmos all the way down to you. The concept here is called nested vortices. And the idea is that your personal energy field is like a small whirlpool, an eddy, spinning inside a slightly bigger one, which is spinning inside an even bigger one, and so on and so on. It's this beautiful, cascading fractal pattern. And this really puts the scale of it all into perspective. You've got the universal river of energy, right? That creates the gigantic eddy of a galaxy. And inside that, you've got the eddy of a solar system, then the eddy of our planet and moon. And finally, at the very end of that incredible cascade, is the eddy of you. You're not just living in the cosmos. You are a literal fractal of the cosmos. Okay, so if everything is just a set of energetic whirlpools spinning inside each other, what does that mean when we look up at the night sky? What actually is outer space in a model like this?
All right, brace yourself, because this might be the most reality-bending part of the entire theory. It argues that outer space is basically an illusion of our perception, that the universe actually curves inward. So when you're looking out at the stars, you're not actually looking out at all. You're looking in at the infinitesimal quantum world inside of you. Your perception just folds that micro world outward and projects it as the macrocosmos we see. Wild, right?
So after all that cosmic, mind-bending stuff, let's bring it all the way back down to you, to a personal, practical level. Because this isn't just philosophy, it presents itself as a functional tool, a wrench you can use to pry open reality. It's all about how you tune your own bell. The core problem we all seem to face, according to this, is something called desync. It's when your personal field gets out of harmony with its own natural vibration, and your signal gets all glitchy. And this can be caused by what the theory calls ego clamps. You know, the mental and emotional boxes we put ourselves in, but also things like environmental toxins, or even the physical calcification of your pineal gland antenna.
So how do you get back in sync? Well, the theory points to two main paths. The first is permission, using substances like psychedelics that can act as barrier dissolvers, temporarily relaxing that ego clamp on your field. And then there's practice, using sober tools like meditation and focused intention to consciously master and enhance your field over time. The point is, both roads can open the gate to a clearer signal.
And this is such a crucial distinction to make. This framework isn't being presented as a new religion or some belief system you have to adopt. It's offered as a functional tool, a different lens, a wrench that you can use to see if it helps you pry open your own perception of reality. So if you only take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this. After we've peeled back all the layers of biology and cosmic theory, the simplest, most powerful point is just this. You are not the body. You are the resonance. And that leaves us with a final question that puts all the power right back in your hands. If you accept this premise, even if it's just as a thought experiment, if you are the resonance, the vibration, the signal, then what are you going to do about it? How will you tune your bell?